my dumb ass, it's hot off the press about some dude with a wig jumped out the closet or something. What the boy name? It was like some dude some dude online was at the came over to the White House in the Uber. He got there, then some nigga jumped out in a wig on both of them, and the dude was like, "Oh no, what's this, a threesome or something?" I'm like, "Hold on, I ain't never heard of a all boy threesome." So it was funny to me. You know what I mean? It was just funny. So my whole thing. I'm like, man, I'm on Instagram. Like, man, should I? So I put a picture. I think of Dwight Howard, and I just had Karen White playing the back because on the Lakers, he was considered Superman. Him and Shaq. And so
now y'all know me. Y'all know Tyron said that he decided to throw up a picture of Dwight, and he has Superwoman playing in the background. So y'all know me, I got to see what it gave. Love and love. Okay, I can give Tyron a pass on that one because, I ain't gonna lie, I had to cackle. I had to cackle a couple times on that one. I had to cackle a couple times on that one. Tyron, that was funny. That was funny, Tyron, honey. But Tyron, you had really got stuttering when you said you had never seen an all-male threesome, honey, or never thought about it. You said, that's what you said.
My dumb ass didn't put the Dwight Howard on the screen and shit, and I got I'm Not Your Superwoman playing in the background by Karen White. I'm not your super. Early in the morning, I'm like doing Superwoman. So at that, so I'm like, so then I check my Instagram and Dwight like Nick like that. I'm like, oh my God. So I'm like, what? I'm like, I'm like, man. So I hit him and I'm like, what up, D? I said, you know what? I'm totally out of pocket. My bad, my fault. You know what I'm saying? I got over. I thought it was funny because see, when I was coming up, the homies, we could talk, we could bag on each other, and because we just thought stuff was funny. You know how many times Nick done bagged on me and I done bagged, like it's just part of it. But I didn't know that sometimes bags are just, it could hit a little different. You know what I'm saying? The dude just jumped out, the dude that jumped out the closet on the Dwight, I think it was just allegedly jumped out. I don't know, whatever that was. And I think Dwight took it personal, and I kind of took it personal after that because I was like, damn, man, Dwight is, he's a stand-up person, never did nothing wrong to me. And I was like, damn. I was actually, my feelings were hurt. I was embarrassed about it too, because I'm like, damn. He was like, damn, man, he said, I would never do nothing to embarrass you or whatever. Like you my God. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
early in the morning, I put breakfast on your table. Honey, baby, Tyron is a kid, ain't it? Honey, Tyron couldn't get it together. Tyron kept acting like he didn't know who Kitty was. Tyron kept acting like he ain't know Kitty. Now, y'all know Tyron know Kitty. Honey, oh, Mason, I didn't know that you had posted a Kitty, Mason. Early in the morning. Steven had posted Kitty too. I know you hear me calling you Miss Kitty. Honey, Miss Kitty still done kept it on lock for y'all. Y'all still don't know who Miss Kitty is, honey, unless y'all be at the puffy parties, honey. Baby. I know y'all mad about it, honey. Because early at the morning, I put breakfast on your table. You had a reason. I know you hear me calling you. I know you hear me calling you Miss Honey. Miss Kitty. You took a break, Jay? What's going on? OMG, pow pow. Oh my Lord, not the pow pow. OMG, not the pow pow. What is going on over here? What kind of people am I attracting and bringing together? I'm not doing it. Oh, OMG, pow pow. She is pow pow in this chat, honey. She is reading Tyron. Early in the... Well, speaking of people reading, honey, I didn't know that Royce had gave all these teas on DL Howard. Honey.
Did you feel that Dwight was gay or bisexual? And you said, well, he liked some freaky stuff, but, you know, he never brought a man home or a trans home or anything else like that. So what have you been saying that made you feel like this was going to come out eventually?
Well, because of what I experienced and witnessed during quarantine. You didn't ask me about that. You asked me before.
What happened during quarantine then?
There were a lot of parties, and we're supposed to be on quarantine. So that was an issue in itself because who are these people? Why are they here? You know, have they been tested? You're saying the world is ending, but yet you're inviting the world over. And it was all types of people. Every pronoun was there. And I was beyond like, I was shocked because I had actually gone to sleep. I had taken a nap. I woke up and it was like the sun had just started going down. Like you can even see like the little fireflies. And I walk out and I felt like I was in an episode of something because it's people throwing up over the balcony. Like you got others cursing each other out, calling each other bitches. And then I'm sitting here first thing after seeing this is, where's my child? So I walk in the house. I see him even before I walk in the house. What's wrong? Where's Braylon? I don't know. He's somewhere. Seriously? So I walk in the house and that's when I see all the paraphernalia on the table, some with peanut butter. And I lose it. And then there's a girl who just peed in a seat. And then like, I don't even know if Kitty was there. I might have met Kitty. I don't know. I met a lot while I was there. And I just went upstairs and...
We're not just going to skate past her giving Miss Kitty a shout out. We're not just going to skate past her giving Miss Kitty a shout out. Honey, this is the second person close to Dwight who done gave Miss Kitty a specific... Y'all better stop sleeping on Miss Kitty, honey.
And I found Braylon and he was in like this room connected to his room with a TV. And I'm like, hey, hi, mommy. I'm like, you okay? He was like, yeah. And I'm like, what's wrong? Nothing. And I'm like, what's wrong? Nothing. And I had to keep asking him. And then he finally told me that he went downstairs to get something to eat. He wanted a snack. And I remember grabbing him and being like, did you take anything off that table? And he swore no. But I asked him so many times because I needed it to be reiterated like so many times to me. And he just swore no. And then he asked what it was. And then he was like, he wanted some peanut butter. And then he asked why his dad was being so mean. And we ended up going into my room because I was in the guest house. I wasn't even in the main house, which is why I didn't even hear a lot of this stuff going on.
Keep in mind that she mentioned that some of the paraphernalia that she seen when she entered the house was mixed with peanut butter or was being used with peanut butter. And now the child says that he went downstairs in the kitchen and he wanted peanut butter. And his father started acting mean, assumably overreacting. Allegedly, allegations.
And went back to the guest house and he laid down. He just started watching, TV. And I remember going back out there and I was just going off on everybody. Kevin Wesley was there. And he's the one that is in all this polygamy stuff too. And then his friend at that moment, Callie, I remember him like going off on him. And then I even remember the next day him threatening to shoot up the entire house because of some gay shit. I didn't know what that gay shit was. But I knew I needed to get up out of there, and that's when that argument happened later on that night, because this guy was posting all these videos over YouTube. And he was talking about what had just happened that night before. And I knew I was at the house. And I'm like, I got to get out of here because this is child endangerment. And I told him I was leaving later on that evening, and it turned into this.
I'm assuming she was talking about the allegations against DL. I'm not 100% sure, so I'm not going to elaborate on that. But what we are going to elaborate on, honey, is the child endangerment aspects of it all. Honey, now before I had told y'all, and I really don't like to talk about children, whether celebrity children or not, but I had leaked the little tea to y'all before about Royce and Dwight's son being accused of diddling or experimenting with another child who was non-consenting. Another little boy. And I'm imagining that if this child doesn't have any real supervision in these atmospheres, well, I don't even want to imagine what this child could have seen with no supervision in these atmospheres. And again, honey, this is DL culture. Honey, this and DL culture is perpetuated by homophobia. Are we really trying to protect the kids, or are we trying to protect ourselves? What's going on? Because clearly ain't no children being protected here. Honey. And not to say that Miss Kitty couldn't be a great babysitter. Miss Kitty would probably make a wonderful storyteller, storytime reader in the library. You know? Drag hour. You know? Probably a beautiful, beautiful babysitter. Lovely lingerie. Lovely lace.